All right, guys, welcome to the PRS Bleacher Report preseason predictions. I'll be hosting the event today, and we have Exige, goodwarrok, and Solos here joining us today to talk about our predictions for the Audi Cup and the ICC. If you guys are excited, go and just spam O in the chat for us. And
Or poggers.
Most people don't
anything
even have
you guys
Twitch
want.
accounts.
But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and jump right into our Audi Cup predictions, guys. And if we'll go ahead and get Group A selected up on the screen for us.
Well, we could finally start talk about our picks right now.
Yeah.
Ronomic, go ahead. Why not?
All right, so obviously we have goodwarrok and Exige, you guys both picking Valencia, Solos and I picking Roma, and obviously these are the top two teams in this group. Lazio could maybe potentially cause an upset, but realistically no, and then Bilbao at the bottom. But yeah, who do you guys think would be, I guess, the most important player for any team in this group? Like, who's going to be the guy taking the headlines, do you guys think?
Takuto, 100%. That guy is like A-class, I'm telling you. He's like a mini A-class.
Really?
He's like a Brazilian skiller, I'm telling you. My predictions are never wrong. Top assister for Audi Cup.
So I will say... What's that?
No, I don't have anything to say. You can go on. I'm going to speak when my turn.
Yeah, I think whatever his name is, Tommy Telemante, whatever his name is, I think he'll be like the key player for Valencia. Like, not just because of his class, he just is the best player in the team. And then for Roma, I think Rob Marley is a really underrated player. So yeah, I think they're the two key players for me.
Yeah, and I have to actually second you with Tommy. I've played with him multiple occasions. He's a fantastic goal scorer, really good at keeping the ball, and also Sanchez as well. I picked him solo, so you also agree with me on this. He's a fantastic player with the ball at his feet. Yeah, and I think creatively he's definitely Roma's top guy. So not much more to be discussed about Group A. It's either going to be.
Hold up! You forgot me and Solos over here. All right, I'm going to go over with my personal pick. I've actually played with this guy. I love him. I love how he's playing. I mean, Tommy is absolutely great, but I think personally the key player that for Valencia's success could be at Marlos because of how he plays. He's generally a compact defender. He's perfectly suited for these occasions. I think he'll do amazing. Chiokan, Archie, as we all know, he is like okay. He's not that bad. Most of the people would describe him as like a clown, but personally, he's a person that deserves more light, in my opinion. Deserves more of like a spotlight. When he's given a chance, he should be like making it count. Given the fact that he's has the chance to be like a season 5 Europa League semi-finalist, he should be at that position. He should be heading into this tournament like prepared, like ready for a fight. He's willing to go long distances for him. Apol, I kind of like how Lazio's going. It's like they're sticking to their course. This is like a CBM team. They're generally like a Brazilian core team. They're gonna love how they're gonna participate in this. They're all connected. The chemistry is there. Everything is there for them. But personally, Apoel is the most known player for them, and he should be the key man for Lazio's success. If he could pull this one off, maybe, just maybe, I said that we could see Lazio in like maybe further into the stages. But like personally, I doubt that they're gonna make it through Roma or Valencia, as both of them are like giants based on their group though. I'm gonna hand it over to Solos.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course, go ahead.
So you actually think Marlos can stop Sanchez?
Personally, sometimes yeah. The reason I think of that is because Marlos, as I mentioned, is a compact defender. He is extremely situational, and when the time comes, he will make it count. I know that he could do it. He will make it count. Trust me.
Alright, because I'm thinking, okay, Valencia, they're all going to be 200 ping. They're Brazilians, okay? And then if you just figure that Marlos is American, that isn't going to work. It's not going to work.
Oh, trust me. He's just a ping lord, man. You just watch him.
That's where my boy Takuto. I don't even like that. I've just seen him play. He's just he's a beast. Okay, like Valencia, Sanchez, okay, and then Gabriel. He's like a Brazilian CP. He's underrated as fuck. He's good. He's good. I'm telling you, my picks, they're good. You're dumb.
Generally, all of our picks are amazing. I personally like how everyone went with like Tommy, Rob Marley, Sanchez.
Yeah, they're all underrated.
These are all like players that deserve more recognition. I mean, they are really, really good at what they do, and I think like they'll be keys at like to the success of their clubs.
Hey, well,
But also, I'd say Valencia and Roma are quite like strong favourites for the actual like whole competition. Like having both of them in one group is quite interesting.
Well, indeed. The unfortunate pick of our groups is like Bilbao. We don't know much about that team. I mean, generally there was a team, but I think it disbanded and nothing happened. They couldn't connect.
Oh yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
About it. Does
Right,
anyone
well,
remember slightly about Bilbao?
No,
no, I mean they're kind of just stagnant. We don't really have any information about them at all. So I mean, what other choice than to put them at the bottom here?
I mean, generally, yeah, of course. So I guess we're gonna move over to Group B, right?
Well, let's go and move into Group B. We'll get Modric to put that up on the screen for you guys to look at. And as you guys look at it, I mean, we're all on the same page here. I mean, pretty much the exact same picks. It's Solos put Fiorentina above Leverkusen, but other than that, I mean, we're pretty much all the same. But we all have a lot of different picks for players to watch here.
Well, indeed, you're right. So, Ollie, let's hear from you. What do you think?
Okay, so at first for Crystal Palace, I had Silked, but he ended up becoming the Leverkusen manager, and then went back to Palace, I think, or something like that. But yeah, he was my player to watch for Crystal Palace, but then I changed it to Probatican because I remember playing against him in season 5, and yeah, I mean we all know what he was like then. Wolfsburg, I've gone
Don't
for
even mention
Org
coming.
Oh wait, what?
Indeed. Oxford Fang, really good, man. Such a good pick. He was really good until he got banned.
Leverkusen is no one's in that team, and then for Fiorentina, I've gone for Joss. He scored 2 in the Europa League final, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's a very underrated player in my opinion.
He is extremely underrated. He deserves more.
But I've ultimately gone for Wolfsburg to top the group because I think they've just got a stronger team than everyone else.
Yeah. Indeed. Ronomic, since you're the host, go ahead. Give us your
opinion. I went for ads. I've seen him play a lot. I think he's a really strong all-around player. Wolfsburg does have a lot of, they're not, a horrible team. They're not the most world-class team, but out of this group, they're absolutely the strongest team. Top pick for this one. And they've got a great team all around. Fiorentina, I didn't really know who to pick just because they don't have a lot of players. And I didn't want to make a super big pick on this one. I would say Joss is definitely a player to watch. Staruzo as well as a big name. And then we have Crystal Palace finishing third with Leverkusen at the bottom. And also, just like Bilbao, not really much info on this team, but, who knows? They could form a team at the last second and steal it. You have no idea.
All right, I think it's my turn as well. So with Wolfsburg, I personally think that is like the team that should carry out the entire group. Wolfsburg will be the core of this group, and I think they'll be like, I think everyone here kind of remembers the Wolfsburg season 5 meme. Well, they're here to crash that reputation. They're here to fix that completely, and I think they could go long distances in this tournament as well. I think I could see Wolfsburg actually playing semi-finals probably in the Audi Cup. But my personal pick that should help out Wolfsburg's success is I believe that Real Angry Bird is like the core of defensive effort in Wolfsburg, so he'll be like generally helping them out a lot. As a person that likes to watch and commentate generally, I kind of like how defensive works play out. So Real Angry Bird is the core of that team. That is really good, and I personally like how he plays. He's kind of amazing. He does lots of skill moves. He likes to share the ball generally. He's generally known for his ping, but like he should do all right. For Fiorentina, I went with a really classic pick. I mean, Staruza. What can you say about this guy? He's amazing. He's beautiful at ball handling. He knows what he's doing. He's generally a full package player. I mean, I love how he plays constantly, and like he's kind of consistent at most of his shots. As a matter of fact, we can actually bring up his shot percentage from the Euros as well. He actually had one of the highest shot percentages in the Euros as well, with over 45% guaranteed on goal when he's going for like a shot generally in the game. For third place, I mean, of course, he's one of my former players. He's actually really good in kind of like second touching, but the stuff that actually kind of changed up for him, he's not ready for it yet. Probatican, I mean, we went for it again with Ollie as well. I kind of like how he's built for the perfect timing. He knows what he's doing generally, but like everyone remembers him as a second toucher. He's just over the top, like built for cheating, kind of. But he's all right. I like how he's playing generally. And as for the sad team of the group, Leverkusen, I don't have anyone set up yet because it's like a vacant team. But generally, it used to be a good team before it kind of disbanded. So I think everyone would have loved that. Like an opinion on them as well. Go ahead, Solos.
And
All right, so I can tell that like everyone's saying Lucas. Like I don't think that guy is supposed to be up there, but to be honest, this guy's on test pitch quite a lot when I was there. I feel like he'd be a good player, to be honest. He's just on top of his game, and he's just one of those people who get lucky with the ball. So I feel like he'd be better than Raw Angry Bird, because they're saying that Raw Angry Bird's like the center of the team, but he's just lucky. I don't like lucky people. Lucky people just don't succeed in life. Okay, like they're just shit. And then for Crystal Palace, okay, they're so underrated, so underrated. They have so much like room for growth. I'm telling you, like that Silks guy. Have you seen him play? Yeah, he's alright. He's alright with it.
I kind of like. He's really good.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely,
he is.
he's definitely one to watch.
But then for Fiorentina, I just feel like they're just gonna fall apart. I've been in their type of teams, they're just gonna fall apart. But Joss is definitely the center of that team. Brilliant player.
Does anyone remember that goal when Joss literally buried Chelsea last season? That was amazing. I mean, I was the commentator for it, but I think anyone can, most of the people can recall that. That goal was a stunner, and I think he could pull many more of those in this tournament as well. Just watch Fiorentina go at it, literally go at it. They know what they're doing.
All right, we'll go ahead and go on to Group C. And again, we'll put that up on
again.
But for
I'm getting at by so I'm getting at by the Fiorentina manager because how angry he is about my decision. See, I'm telling you, he's falling apart. It's not gonna work.
All right.
Well,
moving on with our predictions here, we for Group C we've got Frankfurt, Atlanta, Chelsea, and Sevilla for this group, and it looks like we're all in agreement for the winners for this one. It's Frankfurt.
Oh, it's an obvious pick to be fair.
Definitely, man.
So Exige and Solos, you guys both pick Pawn. Why is that?
I kind of like how he is kind of like a perfect kind of like a balance between an attacker and defender. He is that core player, but you cannot call him like a straight up attacker or a straight up defender. He is a hybrid. He is really good. I love how he plays, and I think he could actually be like the guy that's like a sixth man. You know, like how there's like an NBA award, like a sixth man of the year. I think he could be like that core player for sixth man of this tournament for the Frankfurt as well. He will do amazing if he's given a chance, to be fair. And I like how given the fact that this is a preseason, I mean, teams should try out different chances, different players, rather than flexing their asses trying to go at it. This is preseason. I don't like people that's like literally sweating from the back of their necks and literally trying to go at like, oh, I'll do amazing this tournament. I'll be like the fucking Ballon d'Or winner. Fuck off already. The thing is, flexing just ruins your reputation. I think Pawn is the perfect match in heaven for Frankfurt, and he will do amazing. I mean, personally, he was my pick for that, but I didn't know much about Solo's pick, why he picked him, so I just handed it over to him.
Wait, what? Who?
Yeah, why did you pick up Pawn for your Frankfurt?
Pawn? He's just like, he doesn't skill, if you know what I mean. So when a defender has the ball, he doesn't try go over the attacker. He passes back to the keeper. He's confident with the ball. He's just like, he has all the capabilities of a good defender. That's why I picked him.
And Ollie, you've got Creative Dribbler. I'm not super familiar with them, but I've seen the name. Why is
William?
Yeah, that's
days.
Junior William.
He's
the captain for. Yeah, he's the captain for Frankfurt, and I've played against him. I've also played with him in like scrims and stuff. I don't think he'll be like a top scorer or top assister, but he will be important in big matches. So yeah.
Great. And I picked Matthew Mark, 31. Played for my Spurs team in PFA, and the thing is, obviously he's not one of the top players on the team. I think he is one to watch because I think he has a lot of growing room as a defensive player and also an
We
attacking
don't have
player. He's
Asian
one.
players. Sorry to cut you off. The chat is going lit right now.
Well, but yeah, I
Chat-
think this guy's got a lot of growing room, and he can do a lot for Frankfurt. But
yeah.
yeah, let's go ahead and look at our other picks. Makalele seems to be a popular one. Ollie and Exceed, you guys both pick Makalele, with Solos picking Pongi Wong and myself picking Alex. So, what's the thought behind Makalele? What's so great about
Ollie, you want to go
Um,
ahead first or me?
Well, he's a defender, and in the Euros, I played against him, and I don't think he played against Iceland, but I know he scored, I think, like 5 goals in the Euros as a centre back. So he's a goal threat, definitely, and against like these smaller teams, he could like cause a threat.
He's definitely one to watch for Atlanta, and not only is he just a center back, he can score goals. So that's really important. And
This
Exceed,
is where I want to step right in. First of all, Evan, are you here? Evan, are you in the chat right now? Please type. I want to see you if you're there. Does anyone know where Evan is? I'm just gonna wait for the chat to say something.
Crickets.
Well, all right. So Atalanta has a blessing, literally blessed. They have been blessed the fact that they have this type of a player in their roster. I love how Atalanta will perform, and they will go distances in this tournament. I mean, given the fact that they have a gem in Makalele, I mean, everyone calls him a defender, yada yada yada. But fuck all that shit. You know that guy is built for attacking. He's a fucking maestro, and he knows what to do in attack. He sets up people like a madman. He is the man to go in these cases. I love how he plays, and I think he will do most of it. He will give the best of his performance to Atlanta's success, probably, and maybe finish second behind the group. Unfortunately, because Frankfurt is more of like a team that's built generally around everyone. So I think Atalanta's individual success will be the key for them to finish second in this group, but not over the team success of Frankfurt, obviously.
right? And Solos, you picked Pongi Wong.
Yeah, because when we were in the UEL team, we got to the finals and we won it. Pongi Wong was one of the most, don't know how to say it. He was just there. He was always there for the ball. He never skilled. He always got the ball. He always clamped the person. He was there at every single moment. He didn't miss a game. He's just sort of relying. He's reliable. He's just reliable in general. And that's why I picked him.
And we do need to keep up the pace because we are running over time. But we have Chelsea, Sevilla as well coming at the bottom. We all pretty much picked the same guy, except I picked Placated Zach. I know him pretty well. And Chelsea, you guys both, everybody picking McKenzie for this one. And I don't think there needs to
I
be much
mean,
said
he's
about
the
him.
core player for them. Is there any
Absolutely. I
doubt?
agree.
Is there any doubt,
Yeah,
bro?
to be honest, I did pick him, but I didn't really know anyone from Chelsea though. Like Mike
Yeah,
Kenzie's the
same,
only
same.
one I know.
I know Mafesh, but like bringing Mike into this, Mike he'll just overpower him completely.
I don't think
Yeah, but Mike's not.
Matesh will actually like play a match. I think he's just a manager.
Well, yeah, kind of.
In my opinion, Mike's not reliable on the ball. This guy is like, he's on and off, on and off. That's what he is.
I'm
Right.
getting DM'd by Aominio. Sorry to cut you off in the stream. Why did you bury Chelsea? Can I answer this question, if you guys allow me to?
Yeah.
The reason I chose Chelsea is like, you know, I have tried to manage them as well. It just didn't work out for me. Chelsea does not have much of like a thing for them to be like ready for this competition. They aren't ready completely yet, and the tournament is starting in like a couple of days. I don't know what the fuck they'll do. I don't know what they'll be like up to at this point. I mean, Mike is obviously a great player. He deserves more time and recognition. But when you think of it, Chelsea's not going further in this tournament. I mean, it's just like the chemistry is not there. They are not ready, unfortunately. But if a Chelsea team had been settled way before this tournament was about to start, like 1 month prior, 2 months prior, you name it, this team could have been at the place of Frankfurt right now instead of that. I'm
But
serious.
I think like Frankfurt are kind of like a UCL team in disguise. I think they're better than like quite a lot of UCL teams. and I think they held. I
Already.
think
They're a
they
lot
hold
better
their
than
own.
fucking Sociedad. They're better than Sociedad. Do you
Yeah.
even want to bring that up? Caligo's team is
And
literally like,
Inter.
I took a shit and then I just took a photo of it yesterday. That's literally like Sociedad.
No, they've got a new manager. It's the Bayer Leverkusen one, like the X one. Like he moved from Bayer Leverkusen and brought like all the Bayer Leverkusen players. I don't know.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Group D Audi Cup. This is the final group we'll be
Oh, it's such
discussing.
a good. That's a good crop.
And
Oh,
this is probably my favorite group
This is
personally.
a beautiful group. I love the teams in this. I love all the
And,
teams in this.
Fucking hell, have you got a boner or something?
Yes.
Fucking hell.
Yes,
All right,
man. Yes.
so,
Yes.
So we've got Leicester. We've got wow, Jesus Christ.
Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, Mönchengladbach. We've got Leipzig
Strongest
and
name,
Celta Vigo. We've got, I mean, these four teams. I mean, what a group! I mean, this is huge, and I like
Or a
Solo's
shitty
streak over here.
team in the bottom. The rest is good.
Wait, Yannick joined Leicester. I didn't know this.
Yeah. I actually had to check up the sheets like just at the last second. I had to put this one in. The reason I know that Yannick joined Leicester, boy oh boy, he's gonna get fed there. And you know, the dude is like season 4. Like let's say, what was the term for most goals? Golden Boot. Yeah, my bad. He's like season 4 Golden Boot, and I picked him over Zutso because I mean, Zutso will set him up instead of like going straight for the goal. Rather than like picking individual effort, he should be picking team effort. I personally think Yannick will do more work than Zutso in this case. I mean, he will set the position up generally and yada yada yada. But Yannick will perform. Just watch him like
I
score
disagree.
a shit ton of goals in this tournament. But
I
in
have to
this
say, I
case,
think
he will do the other way around as well. Zutso should do a lot more as well. He will do.
yeah,
as
I mean,
well.
I genuinely like. I've seen Zutso play a lot. I think this is going to be his cup. I really do. I think he's going to get the golden boot for this, and he's going to be the star man for Leicester. And if K-Track can pull it off or whoever, I mean, great. But I genuinely think Zutso is gonna carry.
I think we all went for Zutso as the top scorer for the Audi Cup, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't get why would you put Yannick? I feel like Zuso just makes more plays. His positioning's right. He doesn't skill that much. He's a good attacker.
Yeah.
Yannick's skills are
As
good too.
I was where I was cup. Yannick will do the same other way around as well. In this case, Zutso will pass him. There's nothing like that. But this is based on groups. This is straight up based on groups. No one ever said about knockouts. When Zutso it's time to shine, he will do that better than them.
Oh yeah,
10
the
times
ATM
better than
season
him.
5. Remember that?
Just watch Zutso just clear out the competition. I know Leicester's winning this completely. Leicester's just taking this home.
And us, we picked Mönchengladbach for the second place. Solo's going for Leipzig, which is actually very plausible to be second place. But on paper, I do think personally Mönchengladbach do have the upper edge. What do you guys think?
Well, kind of, yeah. Generally, Leipzig is there. I love how they set up a team, especially like my pick for Leipzig as well. Abe KZ, kind of Ape. I don't know how to spell his name. Whatever, but he will do amazing as well. But generally, Leipzig, I think they're just in the wrong competition. They should
No,
have
I
like.
disagree. 100%. I disagree. You're dumb.
Yeah,
Frankfurt, they're all Brazilians. They're all Brazilians. Okay. Leipzig has 99 Steffies. Okay. Davy, they're cousins. If you didn't know. Okay. They're good together. They're good. Rek, he won the UEL last season. Then Abe's, yeah, he was good together. He was good as well. And then to top off, they got a good attack.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry to
I
cut
don't
you
think-
off.
I
By the
don't
way,
think they're
so many
scoring.
people are hitting us up right now. We have reached 109 viewers right now. Shout out to Uri for streaming this for all of us. He's doing an amazing job. Cameraman, of course, should get the props for this as well. And we've got a highlighted message from Stigma. I missed this dude. Do the F word ICC. Oh my God, please, man, just do the ICC. I mean, we're just right around the corner.
This is the
for
last
ICC.
group.
Shit, we're
Yeah, this
closing
is
in.
the last group. Yeah.
So-
Also, by the way, people were saying, why aren't you mentioning Donor for Leicester? The reason why I didn't put him as like the player to watch out for is because I don't think he's going to save any shots. Like their defense is like better than anyone else's. No, as in like he won't have like much to do.
No, I
I
think it'll be shit.
actually heard this rumor. One of my friends told me. I mean, shout out Aomino as well. He actually told me that Dona's light faded away after the Euros because of this update. He just went like shittier, kind of like became like less more of an S class. So
That's what I felt like.
I
think
would,
it'd still
I
be, like, one
actually
of the best.
believe him.
Look, so in this new update, okay, goalkeepers. Let's say the season 6 goalkeepers. Okay, let's look at Moenzel or what's the Juventus goalkeeper called again?
Durrani.
Watch.
That's his goalkeeper, I think.
Watch.
Oh,
I don't
what?
think he'll be good because of this new React, new goalkeeping. You got to predict it. It's just a lot harder than what it usually was. I don't know if he's going to shine.
All right, well, let's go and move on.
Anything
We
else?
have our final.
Oh wait, last thing.
predictions.
Celta Vigo. We forgot about that team. I mean,
I mean, there's not much to talk about, but I
Tommy
mean,
is gone.
player.
oh my days, who allowed this dude?
Messi's definitely a player.
Who was that?
I think Moises. He's
Oh.
also in this thing as well.
But I mean, obviously, Messi's one of the players to watch. We've got Max; he's another player to watch. But I mean, you're looking at the top 3 teams, and Celta Vigo doesn't really have anything to offer to fight for the title for this.
Well,
I mean,
you're right.
Max and Messi were 2 like really good players in MPS like a few years ago, but
Yeah,
I
but,
don't think
I mean,
they play
PRS
much
is
anymore.
so
So
different. It's PRS is a lot more technical. It involves a lot more skill than MPS does. There's no reaching. There's no plag. And the thing is, like, well, I mean, there's reaching, but to the extent of MPS. I mean, Aussie's done a great job with the new tools, and I think that it's going to show the men from the boys, and Celta Vigo just aren't up to par yet.
You're right.
All right, moving on to our final predictions here. Who's going to win? All that stuff for the Audi Cup. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
have a
let's
graph.
say that my guy forgot it. I mean, we should like talk about it generally. I personally have picked these. Just so you know, our fellow producer, Porky, forgot to prepare a slide for that as well. So we're just gonna say it
Fucking
out for what
dumbass.
we already have.
Yeah, well, just cut to us and we'll just talk.
Yeah, our final predictions for like top score, top assister, clean sheets, yada yada yada. I'm just gonna see. Ollie, actually, you should start it off. Why not, Ollie? Why not?
okay, so I've gone for Zootso to get top scorer because I think he's got a difficult group, but I think
What are you doing?
he will score quite a lot of goals. Assists, I've gone for. I didn't really know who to put for this. I was going to put William, but I don't think there's any other like proper strikers in Frankfurt's team, so I've gone for Tommy or Tommy or whatever his name is. For Valencia, top clean sheets, I've gone for TR de Maestro, the Frankfurt goalkeeper. I don't know who's actually going to start for them in goal, if it's going to be TR or Matthew Mark, but I've just gone for one of those because I think they'll win the tournament. So yeah, my winners is Frankfurt. Runners up, Leicester. I think they've got a really good team, but I think Frankfurt's just got a better like balanced team. And then my dark horses, I've gone for Roma.
Wait, why would you pick Frankfurt for winners instead of Leicester?
Wait, what?
Why would you
What
pick
sets
Frankfurt?
Leicester apart from Frankfurt?
I think like in the one-off match, I think Frankfurt are a better team. Like I think they have like. It's hard to explain, but I'd put my money on Frankfurt win against Leicester. I don't know why. I mean, they're both like quite evenly matched, but yeah.
I mean, generally.
Great. And for mine, I picked Zootso, obviously, to score the most goals in this tournament. I got Tommy as my top assister. I think he's great with the ball. I think he's a very creative player, and I do think that he's going to supply a lot of goals. Tops clean sheet, Celestia. I think fantastic keeper, and I think he's going to be amazing. Winners, I also went with Frankfurt as well. I think that overall on paper they have the most built team. I think that they play really well together. I've actually watched a few games of theirs, and they do fantastic. They've got A, B, C. They have all sorts of different players, bringing them in from other sorts of leagues and groups to really make it impactful and build up character for these guys. But I think Leicester will reach the finals with them. But I think Frankfurt will roll away with the title. Dark horses, Valencia. I really do think that they could even get to the runner-up position, maybe even win the whole thing. Because again, I think Tommy is a star player for them, and they're a fantastic squad. And yeah, Solis, you want to go and give your...
Alright, wait, so we've all put Sue as top scorer, right? Alright, yeah, we have. Alright, so top assist, I think we've already explained to you, but top assist, Takuto. I feel like Tommy just, like, he's a winger, but he just won't be, like, supporting people on the wing, so that's why I put Takuto. He's just going to be there, he's going to be getting the assists. And for clean sheets, TRD Mishra, I faced him in a friendly, and in my opinion, I think he's top 10 goalkeeper right now. 100% top 10 goalkeepers. With winners, Leicester. Yeah, I've already explained about Leicester. They're definitely one of the best. Hold on 1 second.
If you're complete, can I go?
Wait, no, my Wi-Fi's cutting out.
Okay, so
I'm back. Alright, so for runners up, okay, I put Frankfurt. I feel like Frankfurt are going to fall apart.
alright, people. Generally, I'm gonna let my friend finish up here because like he's kind of lagging in. He's having some problems. I'm gonna finish the rest of the ranks for him. He picked Frankfurt as runners up, Leicester as the winners, Atalanta as dark horses to win it probably. I said the rest of it because that you're kind of laggy, Solos, until you
And my
fix your Wi-Fi.
Ethernet keeps on cutting out. If I keep on cutting out, it's got my Ethernet. I don't know what's going on with it.
Well, yeah, you should fix it ASAP. So I'm gonna run a quick over. Everyone, stay calm. We're gonna start with ICC after this as fast as we can. I'm just gonna run it through. Top scorer Zutso, I picked him as well. Everyone just picked Zutso because he will do amazing. The Romanian stallion himself, he will be like amazing for that. Top assister Tommy. Generally, I mean Valencia's gonna have to make something up for this tournament today. Personally, I think I see them at semi-final stage as well, but they could be knocked out. I mean, how far can assist carry you until like you have like a good scorer? Clean sheets, I picked Celestia as well. Top 10 goalkeepers, definitely. Hell, not even top 10. He should be like top like 7, 6 maybe. Probably he'll be like top 5. I picked Leicester as my winners for this as well. I mean, generally it's like a compact squad. They should do a lot better than that. Frankfurt runners up. My dark horses are Fiorentina in this case. So, without any further ado, the moment that you guys have been waiting for, the ICC.
All right, guys, moving on to the International Champions Cup. You guys have been waiting a while for this, and here we go with Group A. Let's go and get some hype in the chat, guys. Round of applause, maybe some O's. Go and spam it.
Pogs, man. Pogs in the chat. Pogs in
Oh,
the
you
chat.
put Pino. You didn't edit it. Fuck.
And
Let's
so
go.
we've got Group A, obviously, just, you know, we did have some last-minute errors here. Liverpool obviously lost Peino, so I'm told. But nonetheless, they still have a fucking amazing team. And I think we can all agree with that. Is that true? They did lose Peino, right?
I think
apparently so, yeah.
Well, here we go.
Left as well.
Everybody picking Liverpool as the winners. I don't think that needs to be.
Of course. Is that even like an explainable thing?
Man United are good though.
Oh, they are. Of course, they are.
I mean, you're looking at Liverpool. We're looking at Cream. We're looking at. I mean,
I'm looking at 3X classes that are in disguise as an S class.
I mean, Nubify is fantastic. I mean, even their lower-rated players are just fantastic. So they've got this depth, and they've got the top players here.
Before anything, Liverpool is a cheat code, my fellow players. Liverpool is a cheat code. Remember that. I mean, how you manage to allow a team like this? Look, Cepera, Paino, I mean, he left. Truvial, Mark, fucking hell. Brian, Andre, Abdul Halim, Jess. I don't know the rest of the two. Fuck them. Generally, yeah, as the manager as well. He will obviously be there. Fucking hell, that team is a cheat code, my fellow friends. And if I heard correctly from this transfer rumor as well, that they're considering selling Andre and Nubify to open up space for Skies, who just disbanded Inter. If that is true, you know what will happen. I'm literally calling it from the season's beginning. Liverpool and Atletico Madrid will play the UCL final. If this happens, mark it. I'm serious.
Moving on, our second place picks. Manchester United seems to be a favorite. I'm the only one with an outcast putting Bayern above Manchester United. Maybe controversial, probably is, but hey, we have to have a little spice now and then. I think Manchester United are a world-class team. I think Bayern are a very, very, very good team, and I think Lozento is always a person to rely on when it comes to putting together a fantastic squad that works well together.
I personally, you make me want to vomit when you said that. I swear to
Oh
God.
man, look,
Yeah.
I will say Manchester United. I've played with Arova. I've played against Arova. I think that he is going to carry that team. They've got Mez as well. Arctic, he's amazing, and
Oh,
Bro,
a
Airwell's
fantastic
already making with
squad.
space in his backpack.
But
He's just gonna carry
I
it through.
think I think that Bayern are a good enough team to be able to at least draw with Manchester United, and I think they can pull a draw with Liverpool, and then I think they're going to absolutely crush Arsenal. So giving them that second place spot. I don't think Manchester United are strong enough to take down Cream's men. And
Can I cut you there for a second,
What's up?
if you allow me? Do you actually think? Does anyone in you anyone can hear me? Think Arsenal barely even has a chance, a slight like 0.0001% chance of even being up third place in this group? Anyone?
They're
I
fucked.
do. I do.
Anyone?
I do.
No
I
way.
actually do. I actually do. I actually do.
Bro, Libin is dog shit at this point. He's just gonna get crashed.
Unless,
No, but
unless
if you
Moynes
say
will-
that, but you'll see. You'll see.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
You guys
I don't know what it is.
with
Everyone,
Zentos.
everyone believes that Moinzel will be actually participating. Motherfucker, I've been DMing that dude. When I had Chelsea, I DM'd him to come over to play for me. He rejected, and now he joined this team. You think he's actually going to play for them? Dude's going to go back to sipping coffee in the fucking office and do nothing else. I'm sorry to cut you off, guys. I'm just going off here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You should
it's
continue. Yes.
It's fine. It's fine.
But we can all agree that with Bayern, Wizento, he does have a record of making very good teams, doing really well in World Cups, past seasons. I do think it's a really nice. This is definitely a tough group, and it'd be nice to see Wizento and his guys pull off some really cool upsets in this group. But then again, I would definitely not be surprised to see Manchester United getting second, hell, maybe even first. But it's going to take a lot of power to do that.
Yeah. Also, with Bayern, I think like pre-season, I think like they won't have enough to like overtake Man United in the group, but I think in the actual season they'll like overachieve. I think they'll do quite well. They have like a very underrated team.
But you say Bayern is long distance, if you know what I mean. Well, like I don't know how to explain it. Like they'll do better than PVB in my opinion.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
really?
PVB is gonna fall apart. It's gonna fall apart. I'm telling you, it's gonna fall apart.
What?
Well,
I've got
they
sources,
went one.
okay? I've got
They went
sources.
1 month.
How do you
without-
have a team that is literally best friends forever and tell them that they should fall apart?
No,
Man,
I've got sources that like every time PVB loses the game, okay, Zoff fucking leaves the Discord. That's what he does. He leaves the Discord, okay.
When you said
I
Bayern will
play
do that, Fuxan literally
play for
felt that.
Dortmund, by the
Dude
way.
literally
I
cannot
play
hold
for
himself right
BVB.
now. He wants to pack you.
I'm telling you, it's true. Every time they lose, okay, the guy leaves the Discord, okay, and then everything just falls apart.
I disagree. I'm actually in the Discord. I play for Dortmund, and Oat is a very passionate player, but he gets angry when we lose, but he comes back and it's fine. Everybody else, they're pretty used to it. But at the end of the day, when you're an S class player, when you're at that top, you always want to be winning. And when you lose a game that's you should be winning like 8-0 and you lose by 3 goals or something, obviously you're going to get pissed and want to leave. But he doesn't. I mean, he gets mad. He takes a breather and then he keeps his head up. Elsha brings him back, and it's good.
That is correct.
But also, they went 1 month without getting a single match, and they're still like all together like the same like group of players, apart from a few like
Absolutely.
left, like
You're
Wolver.
correct. So,
Still a world class team.
I think
Let's
we
go-
generally went through the groups. I mean, we should go through like all the players we made, but like, I mean, what can you say about Liverpool? All of them as a perfect player. You just cannot decide at that point.
I mean, I don't know if there's even a discussion here. We all know who's to watch for these teams. I mean, these are big clubs. Everybody knows everybody on these teams. We've got Tyler, we've got Cream, we've got Super. I mean, these players are the ones to watch here, and I think we all know that. Let's go ahead and move on. Use our time to talk about the next group, which
let's carry it through Group B. Oh yes, it's gonna be
so we've
spicy.
got Group B:
Who's in
Tottenham, Napoli, Schalke, and Real Sociedad. This is a tough group. It's a very interesting group as well because
It's
really
lovely.
good. And here we go. We've got all three of you guys picking Napoli and myself picking Spurs. Let's talk about that. So, Ollie, Exceed, Solos, you guys are all picking Napoli, and what's the thought behind that?
Well, to be honest, I'm in Napoli, so like I've seen them in the most. Okay, I'm the captain pretty much, like I've got to say, okay, Stig's probably going to be the top 3 goalkeepers in the season. He's trained, he's been in test pitch the most, okay, because he was like one of the first testers. He's figured out how to use the tools, okay. And then we've got people like Remix. He's a striker with Ronaldo, most underrated duo.
As per the manager, yeah, definitely, bro.
Oh, he's inactive. He's inactive as fuck. I'm telling you, he hasn't been on in like a week's time. He's useless.
And then there's the actual thing. Should I take over from this or Ollie?
Ronomic.
get on?
Ollie?
Alright, so
Who's
One
Sorry, my
moment,
dad
Ollie
came in.
watches this place.
wait, I'll talk after.
Fuck's sake,
Alright.
I'm being called Save for calling them Remix.
So Exceed? What's your thought picking now?
Napoli is at a better condition as a team. Tottenham is just falling apart. I mean, how come you managed to lose Arton, one of the coolest, fucking humble guys in PRS that has ever seen? How come you managed to lose him, you fucking twats in Tottenham? You fucking disgusting
Sorry.
pricks.
I went to
2. Tottenham is a shithole that doesn't deserve Cheesert. I'm marking it. A shithole that doesn't deserve Cheesert. It's gonna be supposed to be a rat. Shut up.
away.
Generally, Tottenham
reason-
is a team that doesn't deserve much more of a highlight that they used to at this point. I mean, how come you trust Eunice with a fucking team ownership? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Wait,
I
Eunice,
did
I
that
hope
mistake. Don't do that mistake ever again. Don't do that shit, man. Imagine trusting Eunice with actually team management. Don't do that shit, bro.
Wait, shall I do mine then?
Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry. I took it too far.
So basically, I had Tottenham like at first, but I think Tommy is going to go to Napoli, so that's why I put Napoli on top. And also I did this before Cheesy signed for Tottenham as well, so and that's also after Arton left as well. So I've gone for Napoli to top the group just because I think Tommy's going to go to him. But if he stays at Tottenham, then Tottenham will win the group and probably at least get to the final.
Yeah, and I want to come into this as well. I don't think Eunice is the Spurs man. I'm pretty sure
Oh, come on.
Kazala
They
is.
trust
Wait,
him.
there's
They
two
trust
bad
him.
people
I know who
He's
I talk with.
assistant manager.
He's assistant
Well,
manager. They just handed the control over him. You don't even like do that. You shouldn't even do that. Just let him play.
But
I'm
I
not
mean,
even interested.
we do have to look this at a professional standpoint. I mean, on paper, I mean, dude, you've got Cheesy, you've got Tommy, you've got Alec, you've got Sam, you've got Quelo. I mean, dude, these guys are fantastic. I mean, Quelo is, I think, going to be one of the best PRS players, defensively, attackingly. I mean, the guy is amazing, and they've got Cheesy backing up their midfield and attack. I mean, the dude is arguably the best Roblox footballer that's ever played the game. I mean, the dude is phenomenal. He can play in any league, use any tools, and be one of the best. And I think that he can carry Spurs through this. And
What, Cheesy?
yeah, and
I
with
wouldn't say he's
Napoli,
the best ever.
I would absolutely say he is.
I would agree. He is the best. He is the best.
I mean, he's literally the Messi of anything. I mean, the guy, he can keep the ball, not even a stud away from his foot at all times. He always has control. Very hard to knock down if you don't know how to read him. I'm lucky enough to be able to read him a little bit better than a lot of people, but I mean, the dude can mix anybody, and it's the same thing with Tyler. It's the same thing with I mean, Sam has this kind of attribute with keeping the ball, but I mean, Cheesy's just on another level with these players. Napoli, they've got Pigeon God, they've got Songo, which I put Songo as the player to watch because
Songo is an amazing pick.
I
Songo's
have-
an amazing pick.
I have seen him play on many occasions, and this dude is a phenomenal attacker, and the guy he's so versatile in his play style, but dude, he can set up, score goals, dribble. He's such a great player, and with Pigeon supporting him, they do have a lot of chances to upset Tottenham. But then again, I think Tottenham have the best player that's ever played the game, and when you have that, you win.
I mean, do we want to continue? I picked. I personally can
Sean.
go for myself. I just want to eliminate myself out of this discussion. I picked Yamikaze Zampuru in this Tottenham case because personally, I still believe, and I will continue. Bench players generally should play in this tournament. There's a reason that they put this as a preseason. It's not like flex your ass off until we start the season type of a tournament.
I think it is.
Generally, They should actually let Zampuru play, because I know if he plays, he will fuck up. He will fuck up people. He will fuck up people. If he plays, he knows what he's doing. He will fuck up people. Continuing for that, KD 500. I know him from his old Leipzig days. In season 5, actually, he used to be one hell of a defender. I think he could continue that long distance thing that he used to have. He has like the experience from the past, and he knows what he's doing. I mean, I personally don't know if they actually just banned him or not. I mean, generally, I heard that he was banned, but I think he could be bailed. I'm not sure. But generally, if he was not banned, I think he would be one of the amazing, like, perfect players for Schalke. And for Sociedad, I mean, he's just like basically the shithole of La Liga. You should just like not trust him. Caligol is just unreliable.
By the way, I had Frubert as my player to watch for Schalke, and I've just been told that he quit PRS, so that's a big loss for them. Frubert.
Aren't we just talking about how he's doing his new league? Or is that someone else?
Breaking news.
It's kind of funny. We have this saying in PFA: when somebody says they quit. We usually say,
back
"Okay,
in 1 week."
Yeah, see you next week, buddy.
It's not just there. This is literally there as well in PRS. Tell me one person that doesn't do that in PRS as well.
I mean, yeah, it's
Reckham, he fucking does it every week.
Is he in the chat? Is he in the chat? Can anyone
this guy? One time I'm seeing this guy. If I get banned in PRS, he used to be for a few months. Next thing you know, he's on fucking test pitch. Shit, man, there's so many people.
All right, I guess we can move on to Group C, which is personally my favorite group to talk about, just because, BVB is a part of this group. But Group C, very controversial. Don't hate me.
I hate to see this group. I hate to see this group. This is the group of death. I hate to see this group.
And
Don't come at me with this bullshit, man. Why?
What's funny, this could be anybody's group, but realistically on paper, this is how I did it, for my picks at least. And at the same time, I've seen everybody in this group play, and I think everybody has a chance to do really well.
I mean,
so Exceed, you picked Atletico as well. I did as well, and then Ollie and Solas picking BVB, of course, fantastic world-class team. Ollie and Solas, I want to ask you both: who are like the top 3 players at BVB you think would do really well?
Elsha. Hold on, let me quickly go to the sheet. All right, so it's Elsha.
Elsha.
Hold up, no, I'm looking at it. I would say Elsha because it's season 7. You know the new ankling system where like you don't even need to hit the ball to be ankled. It's where you're movement. So I'll say Elsha, and then I'll say Zop, and then 8 Moses. 8 Moses is one of the most underrated defenders, 100%.
I'd go for. I've put Junior Bryan as a player to watch out for just because he's so underrated. But I think their best players are probably Elsha, Xopic, and I've also played against Arrowware on Season 7 tools, and he is so good.
Arrowware deserves more than.
Goalkeeper's unpredictable, though.
I mean, you're right.
Arrowware? He's pretty good.
Arrowware is the definition of GOAT. Back when, but if he did not quit, he would be like at the top of the fucking goalkeeping. I mean, the only player that you could even barely compare him to back when someone was a really, really good goalkeeper is actually in one of these teams that are in this group right now as well, in Juventus. You could find the name of him. I could tell you in 10 seconds as well. You just
wait, who is it?
Fucking Ossie. Ossie at season 5 as a goalkeeper was a cheat. Not season 5, sorry, season 4. At season 4, he was a fucking cheat code. Everything you shot at him, he just like catched it with F. Nothing else you could do.
Apparently,
even if it crawled into the corner.
Well,
apparently Tovesta got released for Arton.
No.
I told you, okay, that duo is not going to work. I fucking told you beforehand. I fucking told you that duo is not going to work.
What?
I remember that shit, man.
Imagine releasing Tovesta.
Joey's always got to be the only attacker. I said it. He can't work with another attacker.
Oh my days.
Well, let's go and keep moving on with our predictions here. Exige and I both picked Atletico. It could be controversial, but on paper, I mean, they've got a fucking amazing team. I
Joey
gotta be
is
honest.
the definition. Joey's simply just one-man
I mean,
army.
you've got Joey, you've got Omar, Arton, Jibby, Zlatan is amazing.
Just watch
Yashin, I
Let's
put as
Go. Just watch
Oh,
Let's Go.
Wait, so
The
you
entire
think
tournament is like that.
Exage, do you
By the
think
way-
that Moses and Cots can stop Joey?
Personally, they're both my really good friends. I don't know how to answer that question. I love them both.
I do think.
But I actually think Fuxan could, but Kotsiok might not.
I think
He's
that.
gonna
I
kill
think
me
they
for
could
this.
both.
He's
I
gonna
mean, I
kill me for
played with
this.
them.
He's gonna kill me
I
for
think.
this.
I think they could. I think Joey does need to use his teammates a lot in this if they do play BVB. Well, when they play BVB, but see, I feel like Elsha isn't going to play himself a lot for some reason, just because this is preseason. So I do think Atletico are going to be able to win this game. However, if BVB do play their full starting lineup against Atletico, I think that they're going to wipe the floor with them. But just because of that thought of Elsha not playing himself, I don't think that BVB will beat them. Just because it'll be kind of like their quote B team with the giving playtime or whatever. But Elsha might play himself, and in that case, I think he's going to just absolutely destroy them.
Can I ask a
by the
simple
way-
question? Can I add up to this real quick? Apparently, we're getting
Okay.
tagged, and some of the fellow friends that I have asked me, will you guys mention the youth teams, aka Mexican American teams? Kind of no, because they don't have anything to deal with at this point, but I mean,
It'll be next week.
it could be next week, yeah, probably. We will not mention youth teams at this point, but they'll be here soon, don't worry. As per your pick with Let's Go and my, I'm not gonna like hold you to that, but I think that Let's Go is generally more of like an individual success-based team. Even if you have the thing is, if you have Joey in your team, which is basically like Ronaldo of PRS, is kind of like that because of how he plays. He is an individual, selfish guy generally, based on his playstyle. Not personally, he's personally humble dude. But the thing is, he is selfish on the ball. He
Nah,
doesn't like to share it, and
I wouldn't
he
say
will
that.
bust his
disagree.
ass with Humbolos to get through. He will bust his ass to get through.
I agree.
I don't
But-
agree with that.
Individual
I
success never gets teams to somewhere unless you're like Real Madrid season 6.
Against Italy, he passed a lot.
Dortmund
I
should
just-
do really
I
For
mean,
good
Italy,
as well.
for Italy.
Would you consider Ronaldo a selfish player?
Wait, who?
Sometimes yes.
He gets a
Look,
lot of assists.
I think that Ronaldo can be a selfish player, but with Joey, he can be a selfish player. But I think generally he does use his teammates, and I really do think he will in this game just because of how important it is. But I mean, who doesn't like to be the guy who's the hero of the team? If you have an open player
Not in
and
PRS,
then an open
idiots.
net.
Not in PRS.
I was about
Actual-
to say Ronaldo 2618 is the fucking go. Fucking hell.
Not the
This
PRS
guy-
one. The other guy is really good.
Oh man.
No,
He
I'm
scored
talking
every
about-
single
Talking about
give the
real
ball
life
to-
Ronaldo.
Fucking hell.
I'm saying in real life, Ronaldo he's not a selfish player. He's a footballer. Every footballer knows how to play, and that's how they get to that level. The thing is, when you have a dribbling ability like Ronaldo does, like in real life Ronaldo, of course you're going to want to have the ball and use it and try and get around people and create a chance for your team. That's how he plays. And with Joey, it's the same sense. He likes having the ball, creating something, and then either assisting or scoring the goal, being the hero. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think, frankly, he can do a lot for Atletico.
mean,
Can I
you're
just
kinda
say,
right.
yeah?
Go
Can I
ahead.
just say, if Juve was in any other group, they'd probably go through. But
Of
they've got,
course.
like,
Of
probably the
course.
best
I
team
agree.
in the world.
Absolutely.
Are you even
Competition.
willing to bring it up as a discussion? Juve is the most unluckiest team
I
that
feel
has
so
ever
bad for
stepped
them.
in the ICC.
No,
Why
they're
are
a
they
clump
so
of
bad?
players. They're a clump
Why
of
the
fucking
fuck would you want to
players.
be in this group when you're Juve? Why the fuck would you pick this group?
Juve are just a clump of players. The only good players in Juve, in my opinion, is Oli.
Shut the
No,
fuck
not
up.
Oli. Not Oli.
Shut
No.
up.
You're dumb. You're dumb.
Shut.
Okay?
Shut!
Fucking
No one
P-class.
cares.
Fucking
Shut!
P-class,
Yo,
okay?
keep this
Fucking
professional.
P-class.
Damn
It's
you.
Nick and
Oh
Recap.
my.
Hey, guys,
Recap.
That's the only good players.
Sorry for that inconvenience.
But no, come on. I mean, we can all agree Juventus. Fuck this. Being the manager of Juventus, that would be horrible. If you like look at your thing, and you're like, fuck. I have the two hardest teams, arguably in PRS, to try and play. I mean, they have a fantastic squad. I mean, look, Alex, he's a great defender. Nick, great goal scorer. They've got Reka, Mustafa, Triple, Aussie is really good. Ayak is really good as well. Carlinho, another good player. And the thing is, like, they've got such a great squad, and I think they're going to do really well in Serie A. But this trophy, dude, I mean, when you're coming third, oh, the chances, man. Oh my God, I feel so bad for them because they're so good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they go through, but I
Look.
think
Even
the other
though
teams
Recam
are
has
just too
personal
strong.
beef with me, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Elaborate on it. Why do you have beef?
I finished what I was
People want
saying.
to know.
I'm sorry. You could go ahead. I just cut you through.
No, I finished what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Even though I have personal beef with Recam, I don't know what I did, but he kind of doesn't like me. He is a guy that will literally make like his extra backpack just to carry Ollie, Nick Glaze, the rest of the team, just to like get them through to like whatever they want. He's gonna carry 2 backpacks, one himself to this his team as well. In this case, I think Juve is a team that actually could have managed to win the tournament if they were in a different group, in my opinion, to be fair. If they weren't in Group C, I think they could actually go ahead and win this tournament. I do
Exceed,
believe that.
you disconnected from the game.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
I could join. I could rejoin. No worries. I could rejoin.
So I'd also like to bring up AC Milan. I just got a message from the manager. They're falling apart, so I'd professionally like to not talk about them at the moment and just let the news media outlet let you guys know what happens to AC Milan in this case. Either way, we're still putting them at the bottom. But
Generally.
yeah, let's go and respect their decisions though as a team and move on to Group D.
Well, I think they disbanded, right?
Did they?
Yeah, I think they disbanded. Yeah, right.
Let's just move on to Group
Oh
D.
yeah, they got slumped by BVB yesterday.
So
Oh,
Group D, fantastic fucking group. I mean, God, this is tough.
is this? Oh,
If only Inter
if Inter didn't disband, this would actually be a group of death. If Inter didn't
Yeah.
disband,
So,
this would
please,
be a group
by
of
the way,
death.
please disregard my predictions. My actual predictions would be City first, Real second, Barca third, Inter finishing last. But this wasn't
Inter.
updated in time. But it's okay. But I mean, Real Madrid, City, obviously favorites to win this group. Who do you guys think will be the most clinical person between Real Madrid versus Man City in the match? Who do you think will have the title for that game?
I think Kubenzo kind of will literally put a stamp on the game. I think he'll be the key to turn it around. I mean, generally.
Ollie, you picked Lee Girl. I'm thinking because she's the goalkeeper, she might keep out a lot of big chances in that game between City.
I think Man City will dominate the game, and I wouldn't be surprised if they top the group. But I think Elite Girl is such a good goalkeeper, and if she learns at all, she'll probably be like top 3 goalkeepers in
Not even that.
season 7.
She might be the top goalkeeper already. Just put him top 1.
Exactly, yeah.
At that
I
point.
will say, yeah, she's definitely had her time as the number 1 keeper in Roblox soccer, and I think that she's a fantastic goal.
Yeah, she's so reliable. But
Oh,
I wouldn't be
Donna's
surprised
arguing
if Man City won
that.
it.
Donna would like to have a word with you.
Oh no, I mean
After
I'm
that-
saying as PFA MPS, she's made her name and very well known to be one of
the best.
One of, if not the best in the league. I wouldn't say PRS because I don't know, but definitely PFA, best keeper to ever play PFA. She's played a lot of PRS or MPS, and definitely made her name in the MPS community really quickly because of her talent. We also have Man City with Frigid, another PFA legend. We've got Dumayam and Duster as well, another fantastic player.
City is amazing, actually, but
Yeah.
Bunch of young players.
But is it even a challenge when you have Real Madrid?
I think it is.
Is it even a challenge? Is it even a challenge?
I
Just personally, just watch that team literally get one by one, take it to the bedroom, and then like you just see like a browser's link on the bottom left or right, probably. You'll probably see that.
No, I mean,
You'll probably
seriously,
see that during the
Why
game.
did I
You'll
make everything
probably
so
see that during the
fucking
game.
sexual? Holy
I
shit.
was looking at the team sheets and trying to figure out what team is actually better here. Last night, I was like kind of figuring it out here, and I think that I mean, honestly, like Real Madrid, they have some of the best players I've ever seen play the game. Zen is a utility player. He can play defense, striker, midfield. He can play literally anywhere on the pitch, and he will give you anything you want because he comes with a price tag, but he's well fucking worth it. And you have someone like Fizuke. I describe him as a Harry Kane type. He looks at the goal, puts it bottom left, bottom right, top left, top right, anywhere he wants. His finishing,
You name it, right?
some of the best I've ever seen. You've got Bugatti 95, another
Oof.
one of, if not the best.
He is amazing.
He is so good positionally and on the ball. He always has it, and he knows exactly what he wants to do with it before he even gets the ball. Kanmaz, another great player who is going to be A class after the season. Fantastic midfielder. We've got Smash Dude, who a lot of people think he's overrated. I disagree. I think he's a good defender, and with his Australian ping, I think he can do a lot. Cabenzo, another great player. Talent, another great player. But I was looking, and I'm like, Man City, they go all out with the funds. Frigid, Duster, Do Mayhem, Kyor. We've got Legend Modric. I think he's a cameraman, but I think he's a really good midfielder as well, and I think he can do bits with Lukians, Duster, Frigid. I mean, connectively, the chemistry of this team is fantastic.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Oi, do you want to talk about Barca? Like, I think they have got a
Barca?
good team.
Where's
By the way, I
Maju?
think,
Where's Maju? Has anyone seen Maju? Has anyone seen Maju here? Anyone? Maju, step up if you're here.
I don't know.
I'm looking at the chair right now. Maju, you here?
Let's just keep it between us. So Barcelona, seriously, I mean, really good team that, I mean, almost worth as much as Real Madrid, which is kind of funny. They have one of my best friends worried on their team, and I genuinely think he's one of the best keepers ever to play Roblox football as well, as alongside Elite Girl. But they also have Jaden, who.
All right, yeah.
Jaden? Oh, yeah, he's fucking brilliant.
This isn't
Humbolo.
This isn't Humbolo. This is the other Jaden. His name is I Love Lesbos. But
I cannot describe it as like the actual other Jaden when he had normal Jaden would actually have that name.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Worried for making the studio. By the way.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rory. But
yeah, thank you, Worried, for making the studio. Yeah, right.
This is the more underrated Jaden. This isn't Humbolo, but I've watched him clamp Cheesy several times, and it's so infuriating when you have Cheesy on your team and you see this guy clamp this dude all the time. And then when playing, I have actually had him I've had Jaden on my team, and he's fantastic. I think he's going to be a great player for Barcelona.
I think Barca's player to watch is Legendino. Yeah, like he's apparently like the best player in Road Soccer, but I've seen him play in a PRS, and he plays like an S class. I'm not even joking. He's so.
Oh, you took him out Legends. Oh, he's really good. He's really good.
Well, personally, do you guys want to go over the picks that we made? I mean, we kind of did, most of us, but like I haven't spoken much about why I picked like Domeum or Worried or Zenzio, nor did Solos or nor did Oli.
I mean, we can't
go more detail about
honestly, I think a lot of this is pretty obvious, but if you want to talk about your picks, you can. I mean, I think a lot of the people know why, though.
I mean,
I'll be like 2 minutes.
Worried's obvious. Cabenzo's obvious. Dumayam is a fantastic choice, in my opinion. I think he's a great player, and then Zenzio's really good too. I mean, not really.
Generally, all of these players are amazing, man. I just
they're
love
picked for a reason. But we should probably just go ahead and tell our prediction.
Oh yes, my predictions are.
So, Ollie, go ahead and start with your finals.
Didn't Oli said he'll be be right back in 2 minutes.
I guess I'll do an Ollie voice. So yeah, I've gone for Cream Yago, yeah, and Topper Sister, yeah. We've got Super Air, yeah, and we've got Arrow Air, yeah, for the keeper, and then we've got for winners. Hold on, my dad. Okay, yeah, for winners we've got Dortmund. Okay, we've got Atletico for the runners-up, and then for the dark horses we've got Manchester United. Yeah, that's mine.
Our fellow viewers, don't worry. The new Rodan Gamzee video will come out soon. Don't worry. Our fellow guy here, the chef himself, is thinking of what to cook from now on for you, our fellow
Meth.
viewers.
Oh, those
Cook meth.
videos are
He will
fucking
prepare
brilliant.
something soon. He will prepare something soon. Stay tuned.
Either gonna do meth or like maybe like pot brownies or something. That'd be kind of fun.
Pop brownie. Imagine putting a brownie in the fucking.
Oh, I'm back.
Talking about weed, dude, not putting it in a pot. What the fuck? Anyway, so my picks. Oh, by the way, Ollie, I read yours for you.
Within
Oh, wait,
Rodan
what?
Gamzee voice. He just
Oh,
read your
what?
picks as
Oh,
Rodan
I'm
Gamzee.
being
ICC
fucking
oh,
correct.
yeah.
But
Wait, should I
from my,
explain my picks or is it fine?
By the way,
I
for
mean-
the viewers that are stream, do you guys like Ollie's outfit? He looks like Winston from Overwatch, but with a suit.
Yes, it's stylish.
all right.
Oh, it's not basic.
Wait. Should I talk about my predictions or now?
I mean, yeah, sure, go for it.
All right. So, top scorer.
And his voice just died out.
I'm not the only one he left out.
Oh, I'm back. I've gone for Cream as the top scorer because I think he's going to score like 6 goals against Arsenal. I think Liverpool are going to take it quite seriously. Top assister Sapera because I mean he's going to be the one assisting Cream pretty much most of the time. Clean sheets Arrowware because BVB have such good defense and also I played against him and he's so good. Winners, I've gone for Dortmund. I think group stages they won't take it as seriously, but I think when the knockout stages, like, I think they will take it seriously eventually. And I mean, they probably have like the best team, like overall, in my opinion, the best starting 11 definitely. Runners up, Atletico Madrid. They've got such a good team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win. And then dark horse, I've gone for Man United. I think they'll all go through the group, and they could like win the tournament if like everything clicks. Like they've got Tyler, they've got Optimus, Mesmerize. They got such a good team, and also Kyle Encio is like very underrated. So yeah.
You're right.
Great. And yeah, so I've got my top scorer for the ICC. I've got Cream Iago, obviously one of the best goal scorers in the game.
Just let him get fed. Just let him get fed, bro. 48 goals. You could impress that this season. I think like 52 maybe.
Oh, that'll never happen again, man.
But yeah, I mean, Cream, Fizuke is also a shout out. Zen also a shout out. Top assister, Cheesy, Arova obviously is another shout out. Oh, another shout out. But top clean sheets, Elite Girl. I don't think anyone else is going to top her with the clean sheets thing. I don't think Arrowware can do it, but I think Elite Girl can. For the winners, I picked Tottenham. They've got Cheesy, like I said. He's like, you could consider him the Messi of anything. I mean, he's so good. Runners up Liverpool again with Cremiaga winning the Golden Boot. You would expect him to get to the final. And the Atletico Madrid, I put as the dark horses. Another good choice is Dortmund. You know, they've got a big chance of doing a lot in this tournament. But I did pick Atletico for my dark horses.
Alright, so for top scorer, I picked Joey. Even though I've been saying he's a one-man army, like, it isn't really possible. That's why I put the top scorer. He's just going to be shooting 24/7. So I think that's why I'm going to pick him. For top assist, I put Zopic because the CDM positioning. Like, he's got El Shaarawy up front of Dark. Brilliant 2 duo. And then for clean sheets, Arrowware. Everyone's put Arrowware, I'm pretty sure. No. And because, like, BVB defense. Hold on, let me go to defense real quick. You have 8 Moses. Okay, Kotz and Frickson. They're really good defense in my opinion.
Yeah, and right.
Dortmund. For winners, Liverpool. I think we've all spoken about the God Squad. So I'm just going to leave it at that. For runners up, Man United. Even though I don't think they've got like a defense, in my opinion. Mesmerize is the only defender I know in that lineup. And then for dark horses, I put Man City because they're like all youth. They're all youth, in my opinion. So yeah.
As per the last pick, I'm gonna go with my pick predictions. I think generally people will be hating me after this point. I mean, I already got so many DMs from people, especially Libin, about like, you want to smoke or not. Libin, I'll answer you later after this one, but generally I will continue with at the moment. So my top scorer pick is from Euros. I think I carried it over. I don't know why, but I'm going with Optimus on this case because even if he could go out in the he could go further in the group stages and play a few rounds, I think he will do most of the damage. Given that other teams are not that good for him, he should be scoring a lot in this tournament for him. His potential generally in Euros, he was really, really good. I mean, I like how Arctimus played generally in Euros, and everyone keeps saying to me that Arctimus got fed completely. He didn't do anything. He received the ball and then just put it in the net. Do you guys actually think that that's the right thing? Personally,
Nah,
I kind of don't. I kind of don't. The reason I
I think
don't
he's probably.
think that Arctimus is a lethal player. Trust me, he's bound to be next Mbappe. He's to be the Mbappe of the PRS, in my opinion. That's why I put him top scorer for myself. I mean, generally, kind of people might disagree, might agree. I'm not quite worried about it. Top assister, I went with Tyler Arava, of course. I mean, he is an attack he's the Kevin De Bruyne of the PRS. Generally, dude dishes out balls constantly. He could literally pass a ball without he's just he's on his phone and just one tap and you just receive the ball. It's that easy for him. Clean sheets, I went with Airware because I mean, if there's someone that's gonna stop how it goes out generally for Dortmund, I think it's gonna be Airware. He's a lethal goalkeeper. I like how Elite Girl is there as well, but generally I went with Airware. I like him as well as a goalkeeper. Generally, he is that top tier. He's made for that. I personally believe that. Other than that, I'm gonna have to go with per my winners, runners up, and dark horses. I picked Atletico Madrid as my winners because I like that team. Even though Alushi literally has the entire team bound as a kind of a rigged version of his former teams, but personally, I think Atletico will win this tournament. They will play the final against Liverpool, but do I see Joey? Imagine everyone. Who remembers Real Madrid versus Ajax last season, the semifinals? Who remembers that? Anyone?
Wait, what? I like Spain. What did you say?
Who remembers Real Madrid versus Ajax last season semifinals?
Oh, that was a really.
Oh yeah.
That's 12 goals.
Does anyone know? Does anyone know what Joey could do in the moment that matters? Does
No.
anyone know what he could do?
That's what I was saying.
He
Uh,
is going to win this. He's going to win this. Just watch. At least if he's winning something, he's going to win this. He's going to win the ICC and just flex on it.
Yeah.
Liverpool, yeah, they're probably going to be fuck it. We don't care. Just want a preseason tournament. We're going to win the UCL. They're probably going to be like that. Dark horses. I mean, if there's nothing else, a massive shock happening, I could see Real Madrid going up to the finals as well, and maybe winning this one as well. Generally, these are all my picks.
Exige, by the way, you're getting a lot of hate in
Hate.
PRS General. If you want to.
Yeah,
check.
I know. I know. Everyone hates me at this
Liban's
point.
crying.
I personally don't mind. Let them hate. Let them hate because personally, I don't care about PRS anymore. I mean, generally. Yeah.
All right, guys. So
What is the next?
yeah,
one?
I mean that's kind of
That's
it,
not
right?
the end. That's
Oh,
not
no,
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 that's
the end,
there's
yeah.
quite-
No, no, no.
God's
Yeah,
Oh
it's like-
wait,
it's the
games to
matches.
watch. Right, games to watch. We forgot that.
Because
Oh.
obviously there's games to watch. All
Yeah.
right. I didn't know
We've
that
done
was a
top
thing.
5.
Here we go. We've got Dortmund, Juve, Real Madrid, City, Liverpool, Munich, Napoli, and Schalke, Mönchengladbach versus Leipzig, and yeah, these are fantastic games to look out for when you're
Obviously,
taking a shit at me to watch
obviously.
games on Twitch.
Dortmund Juve will blow out the entire weekend. Just watch it. Dortmund Juve, City, Real Madrid, Liverpool. But it's not like that. I think Liverpool will crush them. Napoli Schalke is.
I think
one
it's
hell
still a
of
good
game.
game.
These
I-
are all
Wait, who's
really
in Schalke?
games to
Who's in
watch.
Schalke? Is anyone even
And-
good in Schalke?
Schalke personally is just a mere and the toxic clubhouse. Basically, everyone just there is
Yeah, 'cause
toxic.
they haven't
You
got
just have to
through
be
it
at
anymore.
that level.
Oh my fucking gosh, that is a toxic team. Fucking hell. Nah, I wouldn't want to be in it.
But I mean, still, these are all really fun games to watch and look out for. So here you guys are to make a mental note or write these down if you're really that fucking obsessed with PRS. And, I think that's all we
Wait.
have to talk.
Wait, what would you guys say is the game to watch out for? overall,
City.
like in the whole ICC, like just in the group stage.
Madrid City.
I personally would like to see the matchup between like even if like there's like a possibility, I would like to see a game that would be like considered like a final, but like in the earlier stages. You know what I mean? That tough of like a challenge. I would
What,
love to
like,
see that.
like a
ICC.
Borussia
I would
Dortmund
like to
versus
see-
Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah,
that. I
something
would
like
love
that.
They're
to
in the
see
same group, but I've predicted both of them to be in the final. So yeah.
I'd like
Could
to see
happen.
Tottenham and Real.
That's still
I'd like
possible,
to see
that's still
Tottenham and Real play a lot.
that. Tottenham Real would be amazing. I would love to see Liverpool Atletico. To be fair,
That'd be
Yeah,
pretty
that'd
cool.
be a good game. Maybe
like
Dortmund versus
even if it happens early, I
Dortmund
wouldn't
versus
mind.
Liverpool.
Could be amazing game.
There's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, you just like so many options in the menu. You can just pick one of them, and like you'll be still having the same experience.
Guys, well, I think that completes everything, right?
I'll
Yeah,
worry.
generally.